Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to a new episode of the Kevysie Faith Podcast. It's your boy Kevin Davis, a comic creator, author, entrepreneur, and so many hats that is too much to explain at times. But welcome back to a new episode, and this time it's with my good friend, Mr. RoGo, Roy Gonzalez. How you doing, brother?
How's it going? How's it going? Thank you for having me on the show.
Go on, brother. Life is life, and
Life is lifing.
first off, welcome to the show, man. It's great to actually talk to you face to face for the first
Yeah,
time
yeah,
on my show.
yeah.
So welcome. But before we get to like the Kickstarter and like HollowQueen, tell everyone a little bit about yourself and like how have your creative journey been so far?
So I'm out of Austin, Texas, more or less a self-taught artist. I've been doing that since like junior high. And 2020, 2021, me and my buddy Joe, while during COVID, we were like, man, what do we do? Should we work on our book? Like finally? And we were like, yeah, we got nothing else to do. So we went ahead and did a issue number 0 and put it on a Kickstarter, and it did well. It funded pretty quickly, and it was just a great test to see, hey, can we do this for real? Plus, having all that downtime was fantastic because I got to just focus on the book. It was awesome. Despite everything, all the bad that was going on, we took some good out of it. But yeah, we did that, and then once kind of COVID like tapered down and the conventions came back, we are like, hey, do you want to keep going? Like, yeah, let's do the next one. So we started working on issue number 1 of How to Hunt a Hero. Again, that one did well, and we just kind of started going from there. My buddy Jesse, who does TeenStrike and La Chancla, he saw what we were doing, and he was like, yeah, it was a dream we had when we were kids. Like in high school, we would like go home and like we go to my buddy Jesse's and just like draw and stuff. And that's kind of where TeenStrike started. We would we would get like bullied in high school because we were like big nerds, and this whole like community wasn't around. Like there was no like conventions really, or I mean, you'd have to go to San Diego basically if you really wanted to experience that. And so, we would get bullied and we'd go home and like write these stories and be like, man, if we had, powers, we would like beat up all these bullies. It was a negative, taking it and channeling it into a positive. And so, yeah, we just, he saw what we were doing and he was like, man, I want to do comic books and I can do that. I'm like, yeah, you can. Like, it's easy. It's not, but
It's not easy whatsoever.
definitely encouraged him. And so yeah, he ran with TeenStrike and knocked it out of the park. Man, he just started producing like crazy. And that's the thing about Jesse. He is, besides you and Lori, he's one of the most motivated, like just go kind of people, like just constantly working, and it's amazing to see his success and how driven he is. I mean, so much so that we're like just trying to catch up. But we go at our own pace. And after that, we did How to Hunt a Hero, and I saw how TeenStrike was doing, and I was like, you know what? I really like to do something that I love, like just a story that I've been wanting to tell. I'm a big horror fan. I love anything like Halloween, spooky movies from the 80s and 90s, the slasher and horror films, the cheesy ones. And yeah, and I love ghost stories and hearing about them. I have so many. I love when people just open up and share a ghost story with me. I love it. And then I love to, share it with people too. I grew up in a haunted house. Everyone says that, but our house was haunted. We lived in South Texas. It was crazy. And so it just kind of like, they say, do what you know. And it was just something I wanted to do. I traveled out to Sleepy Hollow. I'm a big Headless Horseman fan. So I wanted to
Yes.
do something with
Yes.
that. I love the legend. Yeah. So I just got really into that. And I was like, you know what? It was really, really like, okay, like I had to like really think about it. Like, can I do this? Can I actually do this? And I say it's a solo book. It's my first solo book, but I do have a lot of support within the community with Jesse, Joe, and then just the community in general. Like shout outs to like Lori, and I always mess up her last name. Is it
Calcaterra.
Calcaterra? I think I throw in like an extra something in there every time.
Yeah, Lori Calcaterra.
Calcaterra. Yeah, her and right now Kevin Garcia, who's doing the Night Act store that just launched today. Huge resource. Just talking to him.
Heck
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, Dan Price with Bigfoot Knows Karate. I just been able to just chew the fat as far as like, hey, I just listen to him really. Like I'm just like learning, just kind of like every convention I go to, I was like, okay, these guys, they really like got me like gave me that confidence too, to just try it. And so yeah, so I did. So I did HollowQueen. It's currently going right now. I just got my 50th backer, which is huge. I'm just happy
Let's
it's
go.
yeah, that it funded, and yeah, I'm excited, man. And then getting to work with guys like you that have stuff, I saw Skin Shifter, the design on it, and I was like, when we met on the show, and I was like, I need to get in on this because this is such a great character design. And I was just like, and it's always kind of scary to ask someone, hey, would you mind if I like drew your character, like some fan art for you, whatever, just for fun? Because for me, it is fun. It's just great to if I see something I love, I want to draw it. And yeah, so I'm glad I get to work with you on these covers and pretty much anything else that we can do. Man, I'm all for it. I'm really excited to just be a part of the community and help where I can if I can. Yeah, I like to talk, by the way, too.
Yeah,
I love
completely
talking.
fine,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember we met on Edward Davis's
yeah. Ed.
Saturday night show, and
Yeah, yeah,
I think out like the same day after we got done, I think I messaged you first or you
yeah,
messaged me. I don't know how it happened.
yeah, yeah.
And you asked me if you could do like a fan art of my
Oh yeah.
character,
I
and I was
was I
like,
was itching. I was
really?
gonna do it either. I was gonna do it either way, but I had to ask. I was like, let me ask.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
man,
like
it's great.
when I got that message, I'm like, really? You want to do a fan art of my stuff? Like, really?
Yeah, yeah, no,
That
it's
was a
awesome.
shock to me because I'm like, no one really asks me that like ever.
Really, I love it. I
I was
love
like,
it.
and like Carrie from Carrie who was in the UK, she does fan art for me. I'm like, 'cause she's been
Yeah,
supporting me since the beginning, since I started.
that's awesome.
I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
and you come along and say, hey, can I please do a sh- uh, shot of your character? Because I freaking love Skin
yeah.
Shifter already. I look at the
Yeah.
design and
Dude, the name
everything.
alone is like, "Oh my
I
god,
was
that's
like,
awesome."
my stuff? Like,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
sure, go
Yeah, yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, that was
And then
awesome.
like the next week, you send me like this freaking masterpiece of a
I
thing. I was
appreciate it,
like,
man.
holy crap, what
Yeah,
the
man,
heck?
when I'm into it, man, I'm just like, "Go, go, go." Yeah, yeah. The only thing that stops me, honestly, is work, and sometimes I don't even know, to be honest. Sometimes I'm just, like, slipping in, like, a couple lines here and there while I'm supposed to be working. Yeah, but I eat, breathe, and sleep this stuff now, and like I said, it's great to meet people like you, creators like you, and I think Carrie, she did some fan art for me. That was awesome, so I get
Yeah,
that. That was my
she did.
first,
Yeah,
like, piece, and I was like, "Whoa." So thanks to Lori, she got me in touch with her. But, yeah, man,
I
it's
think
been a wild
that
ride.
first piece you sent me is actually the official variant cover of Chapter One of Skin Shifter on my
Nice,
Kickstarter.
nice. I
All right,
appreciate that,
I
man.
mean,
Thanks,
I
man.
think that's the very first piece. I was
Very
like,
cool.
dude, I can make this a freaking cover. Would you like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be a cover artist for this for this? And you're
Hey, man,
like,
I'm just
yes.
happy to be here,
So
man. Happy to be here. Yeah, yeah,
and then you offered to like sell my books at a
yeah,
convention coming up. And I'm like, wait, right? You actually, I'm like, we just met like 5 minutes ago and you want to sell my stuff? Like,
yeah.
what
I
the crap?
imagine it's. I imagine it must sound a little fishy because you know it's hard to take that chance to trust people, especially if you never met them and stuff. But I'm glad that you did take me up on the opportunity. My big thing is just trying to help out as much as I can where I can, whether it's doing art, promotional art. It's a skill I have. It's something I can contribute. So I'm all about that. I don't even ask. Like me personally, I don't ask for commissions. I just ask people to share my stuff because honestly, it's just getting the word out. Just I'm trying to get this thing going to where I mean, who knows? It might become like a everyday job, and I can leave the other job behind. But right now, I'm just having fun with it.
Takes time to build it.
Oh
Most
yeah, for
definitely.
sure, for sure. And
Oh
I'm
yeah.
learning a lot from you too. I'm seeing how hard you're working and what you're doing. So yeah, man, I'm
I
I'm
try
I'm
my best, buddy. I
I'm
try my
observing.
best.
Yeah, I'm observing. But
I actually be excited when you send me like your reel of your story. And like on Instagram, I say, Rogo sent you a message. I'm like, what my buddy want? What my buddy
yeah,
want? What are you up
yeah.
to now?
And the
And
hundredth
then
tag,
I
yeah,
see, and there's oh, HollowQueen's out. Oh hell
yeah,
yeah! Let
yeah,
me
yeah,
share it to my
yeah.
story. Hopefully it
That's
get pushed
awesome.
some more.
Yeah, yeah, man, I
And
appreciate that.
I was like, oh shoot! I'm like, I forgot to tell him he could just tag me as invite me as a collaborator. I forgot to tell him
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
But I was like, when you post by HollowQueen, feel free to tag me. I don't
yeah,
care.
yeah. I
Like,
appreciate that.
invite me as collaborator. I don't care because I love helping people regardless. It might not be by book, but I'm helping a friend out. I'm like, because I'm not doing this just for me. I'm also doing this to build a community and like to
Right.
build a friend base. I don't like the word fan base, but I like a friend base
I like that.
or
Sounds
like a
good.
supporter base. But the
Yeah,
word
there you go.
fan is kind of just
Yeah,
weird to me. It gives me like a
yeah, yeah,
weird thing to me.
yeah, yeah. I'll take it. I'll take the fan art. I'll take the fan art. Yeah, if I can get that, I'll call it
Yeah.
fan art. But yeah, no, I hear you. The friend base is good. Support base, yeah, all that is super important.
Try to be like no type of celebrity, anything. I'm like,
Yeah.
this
Oh
isn't
no,
like a job to me. This is just
no,
storytelling. I love
this is
telling
fun.
stories.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not in it to like be a millionaire or stuff.
Right. Right.
I was like, that's not my mindset of going to this. I'm like,
Right. Right.
I'm like
Right.
support artists. I want to bring back originality. I want to bring
Yeah.
creativity. It's like
Yeah.
someday I will get into animation to bring this into animation. Like there's a whole different
Yeah.
medium. That's a goal
Yeah.
of mine.
That'd
And
be
now I can
awesome.
support more artists and
Right,
everything.
right,
'Cause
right, right.
I'm sick and tired of these corporations like mistreating artists. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
that's literally
yeah.
how I'm driven or like how I'm like led.
That's good.
And
That's good.
that's why I work so freaking hard every single day.
And it shows, and
Like,
it shows.
that's why I make a joke on my Facebook. I'm like, hope you're not sick of me yet, because I have another episode.
I'm on that same train, man. I'm trying not to get people to like just switch me off, man. I'm like, I promise once the campaign's over, I will stop tagging you guys. I just need to get it out there as much as possible. Just let's get the buzz going. But I reciprocate it as much as I can. Like I said, all the people I mentioned, anything I can put out there with their projects, anything I can help with. The other day I was doing a live draw with Ed and Lori for their launch of Path of Pale Rider and Immortal Era, which absolutely fantastic books, as fantastic as their creators. And then like yours, and I'm trying to think a couple others here and there where I can pick them up. You know, anything that I can do with that. We just recently joined. You and I are both in a group now, a horror group that I think has a lot of potential to really help everybody, and I'm really excited about that. If I can just find the time to fill out the forms, which I will get to.
I have to do that too.
Yeah,
Thanks for
yeah,
reminding me
and
about
I'm
that.
trying. Yeah, yeah, and I'm trying. So I'm just like, but even already through that, I've picked up some more people that are interested in showing their stuff at my tables. Shout out to, is it Blood Over Texas? I always get this wrong. Horror for the Holidays in November will be one of my biggest events here in Austin,
Yo,
downtown. Yeah, huge hotel, great spot. Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. Once that.
to Texas, it might not be
But yeah,
for that event, but I'm definitely coming back to Texas. I love
yeah, man,
Texas.
stop by
It's
here
so
in Austin.
freaking beautiful.
You got a place to hang out, save you some money on rent or whatever you call it on a room. I have no kids. I have three cats. It's just me and my fiance. And you know, as you can see, this is my fortress of solitude. You're ever in the area, hit me up. I'll show you Austin. Yeah, we'll just shoot the breeze and do some drawing and do some creating and you know.
Talk more with that off camera. And
Yeah, yeah.
was it like a specific comic, movie, or like an artist that made you say, "This is what I want to do with my life"? When you started,
Yeah, so I was sharing a story the other day with I think with Ed. Actually, in junior high, I didn't know I was an artist. I started very, very late. A buddy of mine in junior high had some vaguely Spider-Man comic books, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna throw these out, 4 or 5 books. Does anybody want them?" My little circle of my little nerd herd group. And I was like, "I'll take them. I've never really read anything, you know, comic book wise, but it looks cool, so I'll take them." Took it home, sitting there at my kitchen table with the books, just kind of reading them. And I don't know where the paper came from or whatever. It must have just been there, whatever. And I look at what I'm seeing, and I just start drawing, you know, Spider-Man, just like vaguely. And I'm just like drawing his stuff, like you know, whatever. And I take it to I even colored it with a color pen. It's very crude. I still have the piece, the original piece. I take it to school the next day and I show my friends. And I'm like, hey, you know, I did this. Thanks a lot for the books. It was really cool. I got to draw Spider-Man, you know, whatever. Thinking, oh, everybody can do this. Anyone can draw this. And they're looking at it and they're like, you drew this or you traced it? I'm like, no, I drew it. And they're like just freehand? And I'm like, what's freehand? They're like, you just looked at it and drew it. And I'm like, yeah. Thinking that's normal. Anybody does that. But no, yeah, apparently it was a thing, and they're like, "Hey, well," and it's so funny because I remember them saying like, "You're an artist," and I'm like, "I am," and I was like, "Okay," I was like, "Cool," I was like, "Fine," and ever since then, I just started doing it, and I mean, we would go. My buddies, my art buddies, like Jesse, we would just draw like all the time. Like we didn't really do. We were in band, we were band geeks, but we didn't do like sports and all that too much. So we would just go to, yeah, we would just go to his house and we would just sit there and just draw all these ideas, all these. We were heavily inspired by not only Marvel, but like Image had just launched. You got all those guys that just left Marvel, starting up their studios, you know, like, oh, this is exciting and new and shiny, and you know, in the 90s. And they were a huge influence on us. And, you know, we had all these like extreme characters and stuff, constantly just cranking out stuff. And so, you know, 30 years later, here we are actually putting out, might be a long, maybe 40 years later, putting out these stories that we wrote. Yeah, like in high school as freshmen almost. And it's just exciting. But yeah, that's kind of where I got, that's kind of my origin, my origin, if you will, as an artist. I did go to a fine art school, graduated with a bachelor's in that. But really, a lot of this was just kind of seeing what was out there and just absorbing it and trying to find something that was just mine, which honestly, I'm still looking for. I want something where people like will say, "Oh, that's RoGo," and that's my goal. That's I can die happy when somebody says that's RoGo stuff, and once they do that, I'm good, man. That or an action figure. If they can make an action figure of me, I'll be happy with that too.
Oh my
I got
god.
goals. I got goals, but
Man,
they're not
same
very
here,
lofty.
brother. Same here, brother, with the goals and everything, especially like expanding my mother goes is like making action figures and like I got my first two plushies I've got done so far.
That's
So
awesome.
it's I'm
Yeah.
like, so the goal is getting there. I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
it's
man.
13% there.
Yeah, yeah. I love it, man. I love it. That's great.
And so I'm like, I'm definitely going to get a plushie of your version of Skin Shifter you drew. I forgot to tell you that. I'm getting a plushie of you too. When I tell Skin
Thanks,
Shifter.
man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's why I'm like, when you sent me that, I'm like, I need to make this a cover. I need to see this printed. I need to. I was like, yes. I'm like, I haven't really been like a big variant cover person,
Hmm.
but I'm just like, RoGo made me a believer. I need to make this freaking. I need to
I
make
appreciate
this
it, man.
a
Thank you.
freaking cover. And so get Skin Shifter launches in August. So you have the main cover, you have two variant covers, and RoGo is one of the variant covers you guys will get to see. You know what? Let me pull that up right quick so people
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
guys can see this fantastic beast. Every not Harry Potter fantastic beast, but you know, let me pull this up right quick so you guys can actually see this for yourself while we're talking about it. Because
Yeah, yeah.
I need to brag about my brother right here.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Like, look at this beauty that my brother Rogo did for me, guys.
It's just so
Look,
much fun, dude. It
dude.
literally
Oh
drew
my
itself,
god,
man. I was just like, I love this
bro.
design. I had to, man. I was like, oh, this is so cool. The mask, dude, the eyes, the teeth, all of it, man. I was just like, this is awesome.
Guys, look at the beauty. The he legit enhanced skin shifter. I only gave him like a very vague description of what to do or like what I want to see in like a design. He says he want to do a fan art for me, and I was like, but be creative as possible as you want.
Yeah, yeah.
This
It's
is just
such
the rules
fun.
of the character, just to make sure you like keep this about the character in the design you do.
Right,
And
right.
then this dude next week sends me this. I'm like, well, shit. I was like, not only he followed the rules of what I said for the
Hmm.
character, but he amplified her and made her more terrifying.
Yeah. It's such a great
And
design. Yeah, it really is.
Jesus Christ, I can't wait to get this version printed.
Awesome,
I'm getting
awesome.
all three covers printed on the book, and you guys, if you don't catch this Kickstarter, you will get this logo cover at the event that he's going to in November. So you'll still get a chance to get that as well if you
Yeah,
missed
yeah.
the Kickstarter.
We'll also have some stickers and some prints for that as well available.
Yes,
It's,
yes.
I know sometimes, with everything that's out there, it's like you got a budget, you got to find, even if you want like just a sticker here and there, it helps, or, just to support it, it's really good to have that option. So yeah, but again, yeah, it's
That's,
a great
that's
opportunity.
and like speaking of Kickstarter, let's bring up this HollowQueen. It's up right, correct? Uh, excuse me. HollowQueen is still got 16 days left, guys.
Yep. Yep.
It's fully funded, almost to the $2,000 mark.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying. I'm pushing it every day.
Right,
I'm
pushing it
pushing
every
every day.
single day.
Yeah.
So HollowQueen is a beautiful story. I know a little bit about it, but for those that don't know much about HollowQueen, we'll go tell what readers can expect from this story.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like what not too many spoilers, but
Yeah. No, no, no.
what is the story about? Well, like what's the genesis of making the story? Is basically
Yeah.
is the question.
Yeah, so the genesis is, again, like I said, it's just my love for Halloween and horror. I celebrate Summerween, anything and everything. Matter of fact, I've already started decorating my house for Halloween. Um,
I
and I mean,
love
I
it.
go all out. I'm that crazy house in the neighborhood that the kids flock to for Halloween because I go all out. I'll have to share that sometime. And I do like a little scare for the kids, nothing too crazy, but everybody knows like that's the only time I'm ever outside is for Halloween. I, I'm not an outdoors person, but no, but the story basically is it's a legend about Halloween that you've never heard of, that you'll never forget. That's pretty much the tagline. It's a perennial character, force of nature. She is the answer to basically whenever mankind is threatened by a supernatural force that might wipe it out. The Hollow Queen is she'll rise to battle that threat basically. And she's kind of an anti-hero, but she is an all basically like uses the powers of like of Halloween, all the spookiness, you'll see some more development with her as the issues go on, but basically, this first issue just deals with her first threat, which I had to absolutely do, which was the Headless Horseman or a Headless Horseman. Um, I was just really inspired by the character, and I went to Sleepy Hollow when I was visiting New York a couple of years ago. So I went to Sleepy Hollow and visited, Washington Irving's grave, and the cemetery is absolutely beautiful. Anyways, I get there and I'm just inspired. I'm not even kidding. When we were there, this storm, it was a beautiful day. This storm came out of nowhere and it just inspired me. It was just like that creativity just was like churning. And yeah, I went home. I'm on the plane, I'm thinking about it. In a car ride, I'm thinking about it. And how to Hunt Your Heroes done. And so I'm just like, man, I really want to write this story I have. And then I had a couple dreams actually that really inspired the story that you're seeing in this first issue. And she's going to be fighting an army of headless horsemen. They are a race of they're basically fairy creatures. Honestly, is what their origin is. They're called Dullahan, and yeah, every culture has one. Vikings have one. Celtic people have there's even like, if you ever heard of the Green Knight from like the movies and stuff, or King
Yep,
Arthurian
I have.
legend. Yeah, he is a Dullahan. And so it's just crazy to think how far and how long these creatures have been around. And so I wanted to do a story about that. And so they are the threat in this first issue. It's the beginning of it. And you're going to basically pick up in the story where their plot begins. So yeah, then HollowQueen is chosen, and we see, how she's going to go about hopefully trying to stop them. Um, and yeah, the artwork, like this, what you see here, I had some fantastic artists come on board that just completely,
Dude, this is
absolutely,
beautiful.
yeah, they absolutely murdered the design, like absolutely killed it. This is David oh God, I always butcher his last name, Artundwaga. He's an amazing, amazing artist. He did this one for me and another one where she's seated, and I just love that he really took the time to put the character together and ask all the questions. And I mean, I'm talking composition and hey this, hey that, what about this? And I loved it. I was like, ask me as many questions you want. So he knocked it out. This right here is basically my storyteller. Ultimately, this book will be an anthology. It's going to have three different stories in it.
Wow, you already asked
HollowQueen
my
being one
next
of them.
question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Okay,
this
going
is
to
my
my next question. I was
storyteller.
about to ask, was this like an ongoing series or like a one
Yeah,
shot?
yeah.
Okay.
So the book itself, the HollowQueen story, will be about 12 issues, because that's pretty much what I need to tell the whole first arc. I've already written the second arc, which will be basically a witch versus witch story, and it
Let's
actually involves my
go.
my family, which is really neat. Um, and yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about the book. I worked with, like I said, a number of artists. I worked with Fedez from Path of the Pale Rider. I worked with Cole Cameron. He does this really cool, like vintage Halloween art, and I fell in love with it. I was like, dude, can you please do me a cover? And so he knocked it out and did me a Doulahan. And Gilbert, of course, he knocked it out with that cover he did with the Texas legend El Vaquero, which is a real legend here in Texas. And
Really
yeah, yeah,
interesting.
yeah. So he knocked that one out. So a lot of really cool covers and stuff. But yeah, this first issue, it's a 32-page issue, black and white, with beautiful covers. And I actually got another artist that I met in San Diego. His name is Elijah. He did an origin story for me, like an 8-page origin story for me that he absolutely killed too. I can't wait to work with him again. Yeah, it's hopefully it's something that people will enjoy and catch on, and want to continue the journey with, and just see where the story goes. But just know that I put a lot of passion into this because I love the Headless Horseman so much that I'm like, I eat, breathe, and sleep that too. Like, I'm literally wearing a Headless Horseman shirt right now because that's what I love.
You are. I
Yeah, yeah.
love
I
that.
got my tarot card,
Yeah.
Headless Horseman. Um, yeah, so yeah, I hope that people will see the passion that I have for it. I did most of the pages in it myself because I really want to take a chance on myself and see what I could do. And so you'll see a lot of that artwork is, I believe it's like 28 pages is mine, or something like that, 24 pages. Um, and then, but I love the cover so much. I had originally done all the covers, but I loved what everyone else was doing, that I spoke with all these other artists, that I had to use theirs, because I was like, these are absolutely gorgeous covers. Another artist out of Brazil, which was really neat. If you've ever heard of artists from Image and Marvel and all that, he's on everything. And Ed Benes, his style is so
Not familiar
freaking
with everybody
good.
just yet,
Yeah,
but
he's
so I
so
can't
good.
really say I know him yet.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he has an art studio out there, and like artists go from all over the world to learn to draw like in his studio. And so I was lucky enough to find one that was open to commissions. And she also did, this is Cole Cameron right here. He does Cole cartoons, I believe is his Instagram. But yeah, he does that headless horseman. And I was
Smokes.
just like, I love that vintage look he did for this. I did add the fire effect. It was already on there, but I wanted like more flame. So um, I do add some edits sometimes if I want like just a little bit, but his stuff is so good. Like I have never had that many likes on any single Instagram post I've ever had. And the people every day, it's like boom, boom, boom. I just see him all day. So he is a fantastic artist. Reach out to him if you are looking for commission work. He's always got great deals going on too. But yeah, he's amazing. Um, and then I've got, like I said, Gian from Brazil. She is the one that studied the Advanced Studio, and absolutely killed it. She's got some more artwork coming out. She just recently shared and posted on my Instagram and stuff, so check for that. And then
I think I saw that one. I saw that on your Instagram.
yeah, just beautiful. And she's also working on the. She did a cover for me. I'm sorry, already for the next story in this anthology. I have like a kind of like a Ghostbusters team, if you will, meets like
I'm sold. You don't have to tell me number one. I'm sold.
yeah, yeah. So like no, like so like one of the characters is really cool, and it's actually this one's actually based on me and my friend Jesse. So I'll just give you like a little thing real quick while we're looking at this. The character is basically going to be a human ghost trap, a ghost engine, if you will. And so, like, whenever this team comes together and takes out a supernatural entity or something,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
character, he basically, his chest opens up and it just like pulls in the entity or whatever and he contains it. So he's a containment unit. So that's going to be like superhero Ghostbusters story coming out. That's the next one.
By the way, guys, who was watching this, the Kickstarter is in the description of this video while you're watching. So make sure you back RoGo's HollowQueen right now on Kickstarter. It has about 16 days left. I forgot the day. I
Yeah,
forgot how many
16.
days are left.
Yeah,
About
16
16
days.
days left. Let me
Yeah.
bring this back up right quick before I forget. I was like 16 days left. With let's get that to the $2,000 mark and then
Yep.
maybe some
Yep.
stretch goals. Could you just tease us about some stretch
Yes.
goals you may be doing?
Yes, the first one, if we do, and I haven't actually officially announced it, but I'm gonna announce it on your show. The first stretch goal we're gonna do is Cole Cameron did about 5 pieces for me. That cover you see there, yeah, and he did 4 others that I have not shared yet. But they are going to be basically 5 by 7, I think, postcards. When we hit 2,000, everybody that backs this campaign will get those free for that stretch goal. If if we can get 2,500, I'm going to be releasing 2 more stickers that Gian is currently working on right now. She did share those just recently, like I said. Those will be beautiful, beautiful pieces. Um, they're going to be black and white, but I think they just look so good that way. I may end up having them colored for a later release, like as an extra bonus thing in a book. But for now, I think just the way she has them is gorgeous. So I'm going to at 2,500. If we get there, great. If not, just look for them in future books coming up, either as a cover or a free offering of some kind. But yeah, here you just see kind of in the first pages, you've got this lone rider going out to try and basically keep the Hollow Queen from rising. That's kind of a T2, like a Terminator 2 like story, because she's pretty powerful and they know it. She's one of the very few obstacles that stands in their way from carrying out their plan, and so you get to see how that comes about. And that's just the first. I mean, honestly, it's like page 2. So yeah, it's full of action. Give you a little tease here without saying anything, but that's pretty cool. um, yeah, but no, I just had a lot of fun with this book. I love drawing the character. Her design is a nod to, if you look at her, she's got like this flare thing coming off her chest. It's a nod to Jack Skellington. I love the character, so I wanted like the bow coming off, so you'll see that on her chest. The colors, although they are Halloween because it's green and purple and all that, they're actually more based green, purple, white, and black. They're actually based more on my love for anime and the character of Unit 1 from Evangelion. I just absolutely love that color combination, and so I was like, man, I just think it pops, man. And so I basically designed her with that in mind. So those are some of the influences I had for the character. But yeah, man, it's like I said, a lot of passion in this, a lot of love for these characters. And I'm just excited to get the word out there and just get the book out, to everybody. And
Off topic for a second, what's like
yeah.
your favorite anime?
Oh man, my favorite, honestly, I'm gonna go with the classic, man. I love 90s anime. Ninja Scroll has probably been one of the most influential. Yeah, Ninja Scroll was probably one of the first. It was Vampire Hunter D and Ninja Scroll, and the Ninja Scroll to me, I love it. Akira's a masterpiece. Um, Vampire Hunter D is very freaking cool, but Ninja Scroll just like I was like, wow, what is this? I saw that in the early 90s, and that's where I fell in love with anime. I was like, yeah, I
Check
masterpiece.
that one out. I know about it, but I
Yeah,
haven't watched it yet.
yeah. It's a little darker. I think they can cut some some stuff out. Probably. I'm not sure
Oh,
how it carries.
that's my favorite outrage. Is that it's
Yeah,
dark?
yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah. No, but it's such a cool story. Great characters, beautiful artwork. But yeah, definitely a must see.
It's
Yeah.
all right. I gotta check that out. I was like, I haven't watched anime in forever, so I'm like legit like probably the last
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
I've gotten
Same.
back into anime. So I've been watching the One Piece.
Hmm.
Um, my sister watched like Castlevania, I think it was called
Oh yeah, that was good. That was good. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Seven Deadly Sins. Uh, and like so many other things. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I have a lot to catch up on.
There's a lot to catch. Yeah, I just started watching. A friend recommended. I think it's called Solo Leveling or something like that. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, I know that one too. I think that's yeah, I know that one too.
Something with like free something with like an elf. That's really good. That I'm enjoying.
So many of
That's
these
bringing. But yeah, yeah,
animation I need to
yeah,
watch.
yeah.
And especially
But
this horror anime. So I was like, oh, I'm
oh, for
definitely to
sure.
watch.
They do horror like nobody else, man. Japanese horror is the best, man. Like it's so freaking good,
Yes,
and that stuff scares
100%.
me. It's that stuff actually scares me, but in a good way, in a good
100%.
way. Yeah.
Well, I
But
think that's where
this,
I think that kind of like inspired my imagination, or at least
oh yeah, I can
one of
see the
my
influence.
inspirations. That's kind of like I trying to bring like Skate Shifter into like that type of
Yeah,
horror.
I can see it.
I wrote the funny thing is, I wrote Skate Shifter the novel, which is called Jackal Bunny, like
Hmm.
3 years ago.
Nice.
And as I'm turning it into a comic, I'm actually changing up the story now 3 years later because I'm like I'm a better writer now than I first wrote this. So whoever, I mean, if anyone else actually gets the book Jackal Bunny book by me, Kevin Davis on Amazon, that like there's like a few pages that's gonna be the same as the comic, but I'm actually gonna twist it up more in the comic version.
Nice. Nice.
So you
Yeah.
might think you know the lore by reading the first novel, but I'm actually gonna twist it up and add actually more lore to it in the comic that's not in the novel version.
Awesome. It's almost like a
So
movie adaptation. You get a whole new story. But you still have the core there. That's pretty cool.
literally, yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
cool.
So I'm like, when I read, like, I legit went back and read like my book again. I'm just like, I need to change this up a little bit more. I
That's
think it make it more terrifying in a
yeah,
way,
yeah. And
or
and
like more
that's absolutely
psychological,
welcomed
like
because
more
yeah, yeah,
intense. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah.
I
That's
was like,
cool.
okay. I'm like, I need to change this. I'm like, and plus the way I ended it, I was like, I can make that a better ending in the comic.
That's good. Yeah, I'm like that. I can definitely understand and appreciate that because as an artist, the HollowQueen character has evolved, and it's kind of interesting because as each artist has taken on the character, they've kind of added a little bit to it that's made her what she is now. And I of course tell them, hey, this is the initial design. Feel free, if you see something you want to add to it, you're welcome to. Just know that moving forward, if I like it, it's going to stay on there. As long as you agree that we're good. But no, they have actually added some nice little touches that I carried through into her current uh, look right now that I really love, and I think she's pretty much where I want her to stay in her design. So, but these pages you're seeing right here, this is Elijah's work. Like I said, Jesse met this artist out in San Diego Comic Con and said, "Hey, my buddy's doing a horror book right now. I think you would be really good for the book. I'd love to put you in touch with him," which I absolutely love that he looked out for me for that. And yeah, we got to talking, and I sent him kind of a loose script, like this is what's going to happen in this little bit of the story, this origin story. I don't have any like specific designs for how this person or that person looks. These are just like key things I want in it. Like I want a dude like wearing like like kind of an old fashioned suit with like a top hat, and doesn't
Yeah.
quite look like he's on the up and up. And then I want him talking to like just some country bumpkin, like just some dude, like random, at a tavern, and he hit me with these pages so fast. I was just like, "Oh my God, like you have got to be kidding me. You are killing it, man." And I was like, I gotta pay you for these. Like, slow down." But no, he was really cool about it. He was just like, "No, I trust you, Jesse. Spoke really well of you, and just pay me as you can." And yeah, so and fantastic. He worked with me with that, which was huge because, like I said, this was the first book that I was doing, paying for it basically myself. And luckily, I do have, because I don't have any kids. I and I have a job where I work like 6 hours. I'm sorry, 6 days a week, generally 12 hours a day, usually. So I have a little bit of, just a little bit to where I can do something like this. It does afford me the opportunity to do something where I can do something like this. But I completely understand, it's not cheap. So that's why I offer to do stuff all the time as much as I can. Hey, if I can help you, just help me put my book out there somewhere on your Instagram, and I'll do some artwork for you. Whatever I can do. I mean, I don't know if that's a humble brag, but hopefully people can use it and get something out of it as well. But yeah,
I was also shocked when you offered to like art per piece with my skate shifter.
oh yeah,
'Cause
that
I
was
was like,
easy.
"Dude," I'm like, "I'll have to pay you for that." I'm
No,
like, and then he was like, "No, that's, share like, help me share my
yeah, yeah,
book." And I'm like,
yeah,
"Bro, are you sure about that? Cause this is a freaking masterpiece you just did for my
yeah,
freaking
yeah,
book, man. I gotta
yeah.
do something."
No, no,
And
I,
I
I
was like
appreciate that.
just I'm like, "Tag me and as a collaborator on your post when you make your post about HollowQueen. I will push as far as I can."
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, and I've actually noticed the more I was just like, share content, my reach has started to get pushed out more.
right.
And so I was like, okay, I have a little reach. And then when I look across my socials have been growing a bit, like when I'm helping other people. I was like, okay, I'm actually doing something right. I'm like, okay, let me see how much I can help as many as I can.
Oh yeah,
And
and it
that's why
does
I
it
was like, even with this podcasting thing, I was like, I'm actually being of help somewhere.
for sure,
I
for
was
sure.
like, and so like it's truly humbling and like being able to be a help for somebody and like because this is legit my dream. This is not a job for me. This is my
Right,
dream. I've
right.
always had the passion to help people. Like I don't care for like a mental health aspect, so like a creative aspect, any aspect. I want to be able to help somehow, some way, and it's like God has been blessing me to, like, to be a voice of the or like CM Punk reference, a voice of the voiceless or something
There you
like
go, there you
that.
go.
If you're a wrestling fan, you know what I'm talking about. Where I
I
try
know
to be,
culturally who he is. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I grew up on WWF with like Hulk Hogan and all those guys, but I was there long
shit.
enough to see like the new generation of like The Rock and all that. I don't know where CM Punk falls in there, but yeah. So I saw that. But yeah, funny enough, I know that they had. I'm assuming it was for the ring, but I know there was like a feud of some kind between CM Punk and like Jason David Frank, the Power Ranger guy. And that was interesting to see because at the time when all that was going on, I was actually, sadly, before he passed, I was actually working with Jason David Frank on a project he was doing for his martial arts studios he has here in Texas. And I still have the pages and everything. Unfortunately, just like with certain projects, sometimes there's so many moving parts. I mean, I was just the artist. I wasn't in like in charge of the project, but um, unfortunately, like we went through a couple writers and it didn't quite flesh out, completely. And then, it just didn't take off. But it was an opportunity to just work with somebody that was really positive. Not to, put a damper on things, but that for me was a huge loss. Like I felt that one. You see, celebrities pass, here and there. But for me, that one, I remember telling my fiance, I was like, man, this hurts. I was just like, this really, really, for the probably first time that it affected me. Like, I was just kind of just sad, like really sad. And he was just a positive beacon, for a lot of people. And yeah, that was a tough loss, man. But yeah, I got to work on something with him for a little while, and that was awesome. That was really cool. But
Jim the Mighty Morphin and like the Power
yeah,
Rangers series. Nah.
yeah.
But let's not bring the episode down.
There you go. There you go.
Let's get back to Hollow Queen real quick.
Positive. Yes, positive. But yeah,
But, look at this beauty, guys. This is freaking
yeah,
beautiful. Oh my god.
yeah. She's a lot of
All
fun
of
to
this
draw.
is beautiful. Jesus
Like,
Christ.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, that's essentially what she is. This right here is Thiago. He's oh man, I'm gonna mess this up. He's probably out of Brazil too, and I'm gonna have to, I apologize, Thiago, if I got that wrong. But fantastic art. He was one of the first ones I reached out to. Jesse also worked with him, and I approached him and said, "Hey, this is a new book I'm doing. It has a headless horseman," and he was like, "Yes," and I was like, "Okay," and so I sent him the designs, and he came back with these beautiful sketches, and he's like, "Which ones do you like?" I go, "Honestly, I love them all. Go ahead and do this one, please, but then do some stickers for me because these are just gorgeous, gorgeous pieces." And so he did some stickers, and they're part of the campaign as well as add-ons. But yeah, oh
Nice.
gosh,
Heck
I
yeah.
absolutely love what he did with this. Yeah, the colors are so rich. He absolutely nailed that one.
Yes, this is gorgeous. Oh my God.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
this
and those
gives me
little
Sleepy Hollow vibes, and I freaking
yeah.
love the movie and the show of Sleepy
Yeah,
Hollow.
I love CP Hollow, man. The show is fantastic. I just recently purchased it, like the whole thing again to watch all over again. And
Dude, I
actually,
am binge watching the show on Disney Plus. So
nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, I love and see that idea is kind of funny. It influenced How to Hunt a Hero, our first book, because I wanted a book that had like a kind of like a monster of the week type of
let's
story, and that's what.
go. Heck
Yeah.
yes.
So if you look at it, if you actually go and read How to Hunt a Hero, you'll see like, oh yeah, I told Joe, hey, I'll draw whatever we want to do, but I want Bigfoot in there fighting the main character, and I want cryptids in there. Like she's gonna be collecting these things. That's all I want. And so that's what we did. This right here is Gian. Like I said, out of Brazil. She studied at Venice Studio. If you see the art and you go look at Venice, you'll see the influence immediately. Like it just pops, man. And she's so good and she's so fast. She's just killing it. And she's gotten better and better. Like every day I see her post, she gets better and better. And I'm just like, I tell her all the time, thank you so much for working on this project with me. I cannot thank her enough. She is absolutely I think one of the up and coming artists that you're going to see more and more of. If not in the indie world, in the professional world. So yeah, if you get a chance to work with her, I absolutely recommend it. She's so good. She's so open and just like receptive to like suggestions as far as what to do here and there. But she's so good on her own that it's very rare that I say, hey, try this. She's already killing it. Like I said, that's Cole's right there. Cole Cartoons, absolutely killing it. And those will, like I said, have more of those 5x7 prints at the 2000 mark if we hit that. So you'll get 4 pieces. I will spoil that you'll get one of HollowQueen. You'll get one of the Queen of the Headless Horseman. You're going to get one of like a group shot of like 4 of the characters, and then and this one included. So you'll get some really really cool pieces in that once we hit that mark. Yeah, yeah. And then here you got Gilbert Perez just absolutely slaying it with this idea.
Oh,
Yeah,
Gilbert Perez from
yeah, yeah.
oh
Pell Rider.
snap. I
Yeah, yeah.
love his
So
work. Oh
yeah,
my
he's
God.
absolutely. I met him and Lori the same day at one of the conventions, which are here in Texas. And that's the funny thing. I had heard about Lori like from everyone. Like, who is Lori? Like, she's like a legend. Like everybody like talks about Lori.
Yes, Laura's
But she
freaking
lives up.
fantastic. I love
Yeah, she
her.
lives up to the legend, man. She's awesome. But yeah, I got to meet Gilbert. He was working on Path of the Pellet at the time. Her campaign is going, by the way, as well. But yeah, and I was like, hey man, I really want this. I've got a lot of Hollow Queen covers, but I need a Headless Horseman cover, like an alternate. I need something different. What do you got? And so he's like, I got some ideas, and I threw some stuff at him. I was like, here's a couple of different legends. I told him about the lore of the Headless Horseman, and the one he really, really just stuck to, like loved, was this legend of what they call El Vaquero, which is a Texas legend of basically he was a cattle rustler who was caught, and they cut off his head, and they basically strapped to his saddle and then tied him to his horse and let him wander the Texas plains as a warning to other cattle rustlers. And so that was the inspiration for this character here. And he sent me Gilbert sent me the initial one, the sketch, and I was like, yeah, this is really cool. I go, but the only thing he's missing is he needs a edged weapon because he's going to be cutting off heads. And I love what you did with the lasso. I love the idea of the lasso, but the the lore of the headless horseman is they actually carry a whip made of a human spine that they use to lash the eyes of anyone that looks at them that isn't their target. Like they're not going to kill you, but they will punish you by basically taking out your eyes or punishing you by just whipping them across your eyes. And it's a human spine. And so he took the idea and put that in the lasso, and I was like, dude, that is absolutely brilliant. Added the machete on there. I was like, that is top notch, man. And he just absolutely killed it. Yeah. So if you get a chance, check out the
It's
lore of that. It's a really cool story. Sad and but very cool. And then yeah, and then you've got David.
yourself.
Yeah, David here. He did these beautiful covers for me. Jesse did some design in there as far as the like this. I had put a circle and I put the colors and all that, but David did the initial character with the little star symbol on the bottom and stuff. And then Jesse and I actually designed the logo. Man, we were going back and forth, like trying to nail it down, the HollowQueen logo. And I'm like of a very artistic like my mind, and he's very like he actually understands design. And so luckily he was just taking his time, and we were like working on it. And yeah, we ended up collaborating on this cover you see here, excuse me. But yeah, it's one of my favorite. I actually ended up making the banner using that same design because I absolutely just fell in love with it. I was like, this is so good, man. I love it. So we did the cover, the banner right there. But yeah, that's one of his covers, probably one of my more popular ones. If I'm being honest, I think a lot of people really are drawn to it. And then he did this gorgeous one here as well. I was like, I want her to be like sitting there like a boss. Like she knows she's powerful, but she doesn't have to really like do anything to show it. Once she, this character gets her bearings and stuff, she's gonna be a formidable, opponent. And I want to exude that. Like, and so he did this gorgeous cover. And again, I edited the background and all that stuff like that, and added effects and whatnot. But the main image is his work. And then again, Jesse and I kind of like worked on the cover and stuff like that. So, but yeah, this is these are all the covers that you can get from this, and you can expect. And then like a lot of you're going to see like stickers and stuff like that as well. But just like any campaign, we wanted to offer a more affordable, reasonable option. So, and also space. I know, like if you can see my room, space is definitely hard to come by. And so digital, I love the idea that you can go digital if you want. You can get all the covers. You can get the whichever cover you want. You can buy a deluxe bundle here where you get all the covers. But yeah, lots of options to help join the campaign, but also save a little money and space, because I can definitely understand that. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, like I said, 32 pages, black
6
and
for
white. Yeah,
$67.
yeah. So
Interesting.
you save a little bit of money on that. Yeah, you can get all the covers. What's really neat about the Xi'an cover also, I didn't mention, is that I don't know if you've heard of this artist named Mustafa. Everyone kind of knows him as Most. He does some
Yep,
brilliant,
I have.
brilliant.
I say, yep.
Yeah, if you don't know him, you will. Like you have to have by now because yeah, he's amazing and he does fantastic work. And I was lucky enough to work with him way back on How to Hunt a Hero, like man, like 13 years ago. It feels like I think it was. And I was like, hey man, I know you're super busy. Do me a huge favor. It's like I need this inked, this beautiful piece. And yeah, he absolutely killed it. So you'll see that when the covers come out and everything. But yeah, lots of stickers and add-ons you can put on there. We wanted to offer as much as possible. I say we because I mean Jesse and Joe helped me build a page. Jesse really polished his page, but man. Um,
God.
but yeah, they are the silent partners there as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, none of this would be possible without them. And then, or anybody that's back this, whether it's just sharing the stuff, whether it's, actually picking something up, whatever, just word of mouth, everything really does help. So I truly appreciate it. And I am really humbled at how well it's done. Like I said, 50 backers for me I never would have dreamed that. I thought maybe 10, maybe 15 if I'm lucky. So it's really cool to see people like, picking this up and getting interested in it. And hopefully, like I said, I'm going to keep doing it, either way. But if, people back it, then that's more money I get to put towards, those covers or, those stickers or whatever. But I want to tell this story to the end. So you can at least expect the first story, which, like I said, is about 12 issues and definitely the anthology companions to this that will be a part of it. So yeah, it's a love, man. It's all about the love for the project. And then that's
It's
Hunter.
Guys, the Kickstarter is in the description of this video. Guys, back this book, get the stickers, get all the covers, get everything if you
Yeah.
can, share it
Yeah.
out, push this as hard as you can, because dude, this is freaking beautiful. It's 100% complete.
It is done.
It's
Yep.
the queen of horror, because this is freaking fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much. And again, like, thank you for having
16
me on
days
here.
to go. We're
Let's go.
almost at the 2,000 mark. Yes, get this freaking book, guys. Dude, that's freaking beautiful, bro. Oh
Thanks,
my
man.
god. That's freaking exciting, man. Uh,
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's a lot of fun, man. And I'm having fun. That's the important thing. I'm having a lot of fun
that
with it.
that part.
Yeah.
That's always what I want everyone to do that's working with me. I want all of us to have fun doing this freaking projects because it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of energy.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been so busy. And that's why I thank you, like, and I thank everyone that lets me, like, just join in on the show. I completely forgot about that part of it. I was just like, "Oh my god," Lori actually brought it up, and I'm like, "Oops," and I was like, "Okay," and so she recommended some people, and I was just like, "Hey, do you have any, like, cancellations or any spots at all? Like, I don't care if I have to come on, like, at 2 in the morning and shoot something." I was like, I need to get in some shows," and I really appreciate it. And so far, I've been very lucky to work with, like, Fish and Ed and Lori and, just and you and just anybody. I think I'm gonna be with, on Dash Hooper's show, I think on the 12th. So yeah, I mean, I think I have one more. I'm forgetting right now, but I know I have one more right before the campaign ends. The crazy thing is, the campaign ends when I go to San Diego Comic Con, where it all kind of began. Like the yeah, so that's gonna
Interesting.
be really yeah. This is my first time going, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Holy smokes, hell yeah,
Yeah, I've
dude.
never been. Yeah, so but yeah, it'll be like when I land, I think the campaign ends. So that's gonna be really really cool.
Sure, after we get through like the work part, let's have a little bit of fun, like to get some energy
Yeah.
going after after promoting so much with the
Yep,
projects.
yep, yep.
All right, so some fun rapid fire questions for you.
Yeah, yeah.
So first, favorite horror movie.
Oh gosh, this is so hard. Oh god. Okay.
Okay, let me do
Okay.
it this way. Let me do it this way. You can pick 3 to 5 favorite horror movies for it.
Okay. So first off, Sleepy Hollow, Tim Burton. I love that movie. Like, I watch it all the time, all the time. Christopher Walken, if you've ever seen The Dead Zone with
Yep, I
Christopher
have.
Walken, he talks about Sleepy Hollow in that. And to me, there's nothing better than an Easter egg or a nod to a movie that you absolutely love that an actor, takes part in. And so when he played the Headless Horseman, it was like, seriously, I was like, my heart was just like, this is the best feeling in the world. So it's up there. But I think it all starts for me with Halloween, the original John Carpenter Halloween. It's a classic. I have to absolutely give him props because it's where it started. Just that mask, the soundtrack, the simplicity of how he filmed it, the score, it's a masterpiece. It is a masterpiece of horror. And I have to give it up to that. Followed very, very closely by The Shining, Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. I just, oh man, that's again the score, the acting, Jack Nicholson, and just I don't want to say in his prime because he's so good at everything he does but that character of Jack, just man, it was so impactful and so freaky. And the little girls in the hallway, all of that was absolutely amazing. Just the way they shot it, God, that is again, it's right there, man. Then another Carpenter film would be The Thing. I love The Thing. Just, I
Yes.
mean, just for the not only that killer open plot, and I don't want to spoil it because anyone's seen it, but that open, like, ended plot that you're like, okay, but also the old school practical effects on that movie
Oh my
were
god, yes. I'm
just,
I'm full practical effects all the
yeah,
time, man. It makes it
unmatched, man.
scarier, it makes it look
Yeah.
realistic. Oh,
Yeah,
heck yes.
unmatched. Yeah, so that's a big one. And then, of course, I would be remiss if I didn't say, like, Evil Dead, any of
Let's
the Evil Dead,
go.
like,
Let's fucking go. Let's go.
there, man, the way that, like, Sam Raimi and gosh, I'm gonna blank on his name right now. The guy that did all the practical effects, Savini. The stuff that they did. I mean, those things creeped me out as a kid. Like seeing the weird, like, just almost like caricature like designs they did for the monsters and the demons or whatever in that movie. Man, it was just like, holy crap, this is nightmare fuel. Before I knew what nightmare fuel was. and it just made such an impact on me. What is that, four or five? And then I think like Jaws. Yeah, yeah. Jaws is a good summer reading one though, but I'll throw that one in there. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree.
just and all of them use they just really used music and space and filming. It was a character. Each of them was a character in itself, and I think that's what I'm really drawn to. Like just that's what I would love to be able to produce in something like this project.
Favorite Halloween candy?
Ooh, I'm a big gummy person. I like gummies. I know it's not a popular thing, but I'll pretty much eat anything with gummy worms, gummy whatever, bears,
Same.
monsters, whatever. I'm a big gummy
Same.
fan. Yeah,
Same.
so it's been really. I actually went vegan about 14 years ago, like full vegan, and that was one of the hardest things to find that was actually good and done right. But luckily, I just recently found some gummies that are completely vegan, and I absolutely love them. And they are such a challenge not to eat. But yeah, definitely gummies. Yeah.
So vampire, werewolf, ghost, witch, or demon?
God. Okay. Favorite Universal design. I'm gonna have to chalk this up this way. Design is the creature from the Black Lagoon. There is nothing better than that design as far as design. Favorite monster though, God, that's tough. Honestly, it's gonna be Dracula. I'm a big Bela Lugosi fan. I loved his Dracula. I mean, it's so iconic.
Sure.
And like I just recently picked up a hat. I don't have it on, but I had just picked up a hat. Anything with his. I have like a bat. I mean, I have a Bela Lugosi painting in my restroom that I just yeah, I look at it every morning. So I'm just like, this is so good. But yeah, Dracula.
Coffee or energy drinks during late night drawing sessions?
Definitely coffee. I actually don't do a lot of energy drinks, mostly because they like I'm already like jacked up on life and Mountain Dew or whatever it is, that I think energy drinks just like they just frazzle my nerves. I mean, that's just me though, but I love coffee. I like sweet stuff, like nothing beats like pumpkin spice, at that time, the PSLs or whatever. But just a great cup of coffee, hot cup of coffee. As I'm working, I'll usually find, some cinnamon roll or something really, really sweet. I'm surprised I don't have like full blown diabetes because I just love that. Like I always have some flavored creamer that I just pop in there, and yeah, I can just drink that for days. Yeah. Man. So I will always be a fan of traditional because it's my bread and butter. It's what I grew up doing. There's nothing like taking a graphite pencil to a piece of paper, that texture, the feeling. It's something I don't want to say magical, but it really is kind of magical to just feel that creation going. And man, when you're with other people, like other artists, and you feel whatever that is, like just like in a stadium with fans watching a game, you kind of like absorb and you pick up on that energy and you just go. And it's a really great feeling. As far as a project like something like this, digital, because it has saved me so much time from like just correcting things. So it definitely has its place, but I'm bread and butter, definitely a traditional artist. I absolutely love it.
See,
Ooh,
let me put it in this aspect.
yeah,
It's a multi-part question. So
yeah.
comics, Marvel, or DC?
I would say I love the X-Men. I have a huge poster of the X-Men here. My favorite superhero, I'm gonna probably jump ahead here. My favorite superhero is Superman. So I'm gonna lean DC.
That was my third question, so
Yeah, yeah.
that's fine.
But I
Third
mean,
part
like
of
if
that
you
question, I mean.
yeah, if you looked around my room, you would probably see more Marvel than anything. But Superman's always gonna be my go-to. I just love what he stands for, and so yeah, I gotta give it to DC.
I've seen this entire debate on Facebook and stuff, but animation-wise, Marvel or DC?
DC,
Tris-
except X-Men 97,
Uh,
because
ah,
can I cuss on here?
yeah, you can.
Because holy shit, X-Men 97
It's so
is
good. It's so
gorgeous.
good.
I don't know what they did for the like how they pulled off that, like I mean it almost looks like a filter, but that one episode with the was it the Goblin Queen, and she's fighting Magneto, and not no spoilers hopefully, but
Uh,
that whole scene
yes.
is
Yeah.
gorgeous. I don't know what they did. Those solid, like heavy outlines and stuff. Oh my God. I watched that episode over and over and over just for that. Like it was so good. And what I love is that it inspires me to draw myself. I just want to like sit there and just start drawing because I see that. I'm like, this is gorgeous. But DC, man, I wish, and not to knock DC, I wish they could do movies like they do animation, because they're about their animated movies, because they have so many good ones, and their designs. The Superman, Reign of the Superman, that recently, I may not recently, but a few years ago,
I'm still new
the
to it, so I can't really say about much
yeah,
about it.
no. that one, like basically where they had like the four different Superman that came back after the death of Superman, the
Gotcha.
designs on that. I mean, the story was based loosely on I mean, pretty close to the original comic book, but the designs, my favorite Superman design, other than his classic, is the Eradicator with, I don't know why, maybe it's the 90s influence, but the shades, the yellow shades, the black, on the sides with the cape where it just comes out straight from the chest. That design is killer, especially in that animated movie. So I'll definitely give it to DC. Man, Marvel has some pretty okay ones. I'm trying to think of what's a DC show? What is out there that's DC's? Can't even think of
Superman and
one.
Lois was my favorite.
Oh, that is pretty good. Okay, that is pretty cool. I did
Superman
like
and
I
Lois
did
was my
like
favorite.
Smallville a lot. Yeah, I can't believe
I grew up on Smallville, so Tom Welling is
yeah.
technically my Superman because
Yeah,
I actually grew up
he
watching him.
was yeah, Christopher Reeve was mine, but Tom Welling did such a great job on it, and I love seeing that part of the story. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me because I can't remember like all the. I'm sure there's a ton of them, but yeah, Smallville is probably one of the standouts that I can think of. And now that I'm thinking like Marvel wise, I can't even think of a Marvel one other than the animated series.
Agents of Shield, Loki.
Loki was good. Oh yeah, all those. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so maybe
Wonder
Marvel.
Vision. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, Wonder Vision.
maybe Marvel then. Yeah, they do have quite a bit. I'll give the live action to Marvel. I'll give the animated to DC.
Collaborate with any like comic creator or like artist, living or deceased. Who would it be?
Man, actually, I've always wanted to do a anthropomorphic. I think I'm saying that right. Story, like, characters. And there is this artist out of, I want to say Italy. He does a series called Black Sad. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous noir detective, Black Panther type character. Like he's a cat, I think. It might be a panther. But man, his name is, gosh, I'm going to mess this up. Guadua or something like that. But Black Sad. I collect anything and I have the PlayStation game of that my buddy Jesse found for me, I think. I have all the art books. I have all his like collect, and they come in like the big volumes, like they're massive books.
Smokes.
They're thin, but they're big, and the artwork is gorgeous. But Canale, something like that. I'm horrible with that name, but yeah, Black Sad is really good, and it's one of those that if I had the chance, I would love to learn to do something with him because I feel like I could learn so much just by watching him and just studying with him and picking up, some of that juju, magic that he does on those pages. And, it's so influential. And anytime I see it, I'm just like, oh, and I just start drawing because I'm like, I do plan to put something out with anthropomorphic characters at some point, and that's the reason why. Yeah, yeah.
Stuff. Thank you for coming on, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Again, guys, HollowQueen is on Kickstarter right now. You got 16 days left. And the link is in the description of this video, so make sure you go back it and follow RoGo everywhere because it's freaking awesome what he's doing. And you're going to see a lot of him with me too. That's a hint there because he's going to be doing a lot of covers for me. He just doesn't know
Yeah,
yet, or he does
yeah.
now. But
It's like breaking news
for
on this channel right here.
right. But before we go first, where can we follow you on social so I can keep up with you, brother?
Yeah, primarily I'm just on Instagram for the most part. You can look for me at art by RoGo. That's art_by_RoGo. And I mean, that's pretty much, I'm on Facebook, but I primarily am, I think that's my thing. I don't really do like threads or TikTok or any of that, but you'll see, yeah, pretty much just look for me there, art by RoGo on Instagram.
Instagram, I am Kim Davis Official, and like TikTok at Kevysie. This is actually how you spell Kevysie. Well, you can see my
There you go.
logo behind me. And also
Nice.
my YouTube is also Kevysie. But what message would you like to leave for aspiring comic creators, writers, like artists who are afraid to take the first step? Like
This is
what,
a number,
like a
yeah,
level, what's a message of like encouragement for them? Like advice you could give.
yeah, yeah. This is the number one question we get at conventions. And honestly, I'll tell anybody and everybody to the day I die, just do it. Just the day, another day that you don't do it is another day you don't get something out there. So just believe in yourself, commit to your idea, and do it. Because believe it or not, and I'm living proof of that, there is something for everyone out there. You'd be surprised. I thought maybe 5 people might pick up this book. I'm at 50, and I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but to me, that's way more than I was expecting. And so just follow. And I know it sounds cheesy. Follow your dreams, but do it. Actually do it. Sit down and commit yourself to the project and, make those friends along the way. Keep hustling, keep moving forward, keep doing what you love. And above all, make it fun. If you're not having fun, you're probably not doing it right. So yeah, man, just commit, do it, reach out to people. If you need help getting started, if you need me to help you with something, get started, I'm here, man. I'll help you out. I'll do some artwork for you just to get you, past that point where you can just take off. And once you do, you'll be happy. You won't regret it. You'll love it. And you'll want to keep doing it.
Said just do follow your heart and don't be afraid to ask questions. I mean, because I was in that position 4 years ago. Because as a male this year, marks my 4 years in this industry, and I was like, I studied the craft of comics for about 2.5 years before I started writing it. So it takes time, but if you want to be a storyteller, first figure out what story you want to tell.
Mhm.
Be afraid to write the first draft because the first draft going to be horrible anyway. Just
Yep.
write it down. And I was like, and once you get through that rough draft, it's called a rough draft for a reason
For
because
a
you're going to
reason.
hate it the first time you write it. But
Yeah.
as soon
Yeah.
as you go back over it and figure out where you can do better on it and get some other eyes on it, like my best advice is like don't give it to a family member because a lot of times they will just sugarcoat it and like the story is really
Yeah.
good. I'm gonna give it to somebody that you don't know. They will be brutally honest with you, and that's how you make you a storyteller. You just give it to somebody that you barely know.
Very, very true. Very, very true. 100%.
And so, guys, have fun with it. Be yourself. Don't be afraid to reach out. Network, 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 because
Network.
that's the other thing. You have to network. I'm an introvert, but I wouldn't be in the position I am today if I did not get out of my comfort zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm still going daily, and I'm still learning daily. That's the other thing. Be able, I mean, be a don't get make sure you don't get an ego because egos
Yeah.
will get dropped
Yeah.
off very quickly. Make
Yeah.
sure
That's
that you're
true.
teachable because you do not know everything.
Yep. As always learning to do, always. I'm still learning. So yeah, it never ends. That's good. That's how you know you're doing it right too.
So, guys, thank you for watching. And you can find Kevysie Fate Podcast on Spotify and anywhere you watch or listen to podcasts. But make sure you go follow both of us on our socials. Go back HollowQueen on Kickstarter right now, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side.